All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Pigeonhole Motorcycle Podcast. It's kind of a first for me, so be gentle, please. I have Rachel on the line. Rachel's Instagram handle, which I'm sure if you guys saw the photo and you clicked to listen to this, she's Honkytonk Honey. Is that fun to just hear?
Fun. Yeah, I guess fun.
Or
Cringy for sure.
okay, so let's just start at the obvious. Where does the name come from?
I mean, when I made this Instagram, it was just like my personal Instagram, and I listen to country shit. I'm doing country shit all the time, and I just was like, oh, funny, like Honkytonk Honey, because I'm just a little bumpkin. But then it kind of turned into something that I didn't really prepare for, because honky-tonk isn't exactly like an endearing term. Like a honky-tonk special is like a bar rat that you like wake up next to and you're like, oh shit, like that's a bummer. So it's kind of like a little bit derogatory. I don't think anybody really knows that. Whatever.
Now they all know. Way to go. The one thing I really like about your posts, because I'm a music guy and I love country stuff because I'm usually wearing my cowboy hat around everywhere. That I think every Instagram post that I've read from you has a song lyric.
It does, yeah. It's honestly usually just whatever I'm listening to.
I think today was Devil Went Down to Georgia or something.
Yep. My favorite song. It's my party trick. I know every word.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you had one karaoke song, what is it?
Oh God. I don't think I would ever do karaoke, to be honest, but probably Waylon something. Something by Waylon for sure.
Nice. Well, if you had a gun to your head and you had to do karaoke, then we do a Waylon.
Yep. There we go.
Interesting. All right. So this is a motorcycle podcast, and Rachel and I were having a discussion before this that we have no idea what the hell we're doing on a motorcycle podcast together because we don't know a whole lot about motorcycles, but this is about motorcycle culture. And the way that I found you and came across you was you with motorcycles. So you seem to be interested in the culture.
Yeah. On motorcycles a good bit.
Yes. So when did you start? When did your fascination with motorcycles start?
No one in my family has ever really ridden. It was not something that I grew up with. Like 5 or 6 years ago, I sold my minivan and I bought this little Honda off Craigslist, and I had no idea how to ride. Never even touched one before, and it was like $500. And I had to go to work the next day, so I taught myself how to ride in my neighborhood like that night, and like a fucking idiot, like rode to work like 12 miles, no helmet, no gloves, no jacket, like in a sundress, like totally dangerous and so stupid. But I made it. I stalled out like 30 times on the way there because I had no idea what I was doing. But that was my only vehicle for like 3 years. I just cruised around on that little thing, and they're just a blast. I love riding them. I mean, obviously riding every day, like you learn a lot, and I don't know shit about most of the ins and outs, but I get my friends to teach me and help me, and nice. It's just a thing to be a part of. I don't know. It's fun.
I think it's really fun because you said minivan first, and then you said
I had this ghetto as fuck Mazda minivan with black rims, and none of the doors worked. I had to climb in through the window to like get into the driver's seat. It was like absolutely ridiculous.
I know Dukes of Hazzard kind of thing.
The tiny little Honda was an upgrade for sure.
That is hilarious. Hey, minivan, there's a lot to be said about minivans.
Oh yeah, dude, that thing was awesome. I had a mattress in the back. All the seats were taken out of it. It was pretty ratchet for sure.
Nice. I won't ask any more questions about that. Okay, so first thing I see scrolling through your Instagram, or it popped up somewhere, was a picture on, is it Stag magazine?
Yeah, Tim O'Keefe's Stag.
Yeah. So how just kind of walk me through. Like you get on Instagram, you start posting some pictures, and how
Um, I mean, it kind of happened pretty randomly. Like I was riding the bikes. I had the little Honda, and just like in Charleston, it's a really small community of people that ride and are into that stuff. And um, because I was like, there's pretty few like female riders at the time. Like years ago, there's a lot more now, so that's awesome. But I had like a friend ask me to model his build that he had just finished, and so I did that, and then it kind of just like did one and then led to another one, and then it was like people from other states were asking, and then when I go to like LA all the time for different things, and I was out there one day and just meeting people. I would go to a bunch of shows. I was going to Congregation and Born Free, and tried to go to Mama Tried last year, but it got canceled. And then I just kind of snowballed from there, and then it was randomly like meeting people through the internet and talking to people, and hung out with AJ with the Dream Company and shot on his bike, and then Scott with Chemical Candy, he like has been sending me shirts, and like I've been modeling his shirts for like years now. And when he did his bike that we shot with for Stag, he was like, I want you to do it. I want you to be modeling it. And we had this plan for so long, and then it just ended up working out perfectly that when I went to Texas, like Tim was free and we got to shoot with Tim. And we ended up doing the Stag shoot, and then it ended up being the cover. So that was awesome and like super wild for me because I'm not a professional model in any way. And like all of the things that I've done like have just been with like my friends and like people that I think are awesome, and their bikes are awesome, and like I just love being around it. So I just do it for fun, really. It just was always for fun, and then it kind of turned into something bigger, which is cool.
Hey, if you can make a living doing that, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I mean that would be sick, but I'm nowhere near that right now. For
I
sure.
know. So you say you're not a professional model, but you're making your way there. I mean, you're getting a lot of attention. It seems like your Instagram's blowing up.
The whole thing with Instagram is just fucking wild to me. Like I never sought out to like be fucking popular or whatever. Like I don't really care. I mean, everything I post is like I guess like what I've always been is like trendy right now. Like the cowgirl shit is cool. And so it's like I guess the timing was right. I don't know. Like it pop I mean I had like maybe like 4,000 followers at the beginning of the year, and now it's just like ridiculous. Like I have no idea why or what's happening, but it's just been like just blowing up like crazy, and I don't know how to handle it or what to do with all that. But yeah, I've met a lot of really cool people because of it, so I'm thankful for that.
Yes. And you know what? I think if nothing else, that it's a great vehicle to bring you places and to meet people and open up opportunities.
It definitely is. Yeah, there's so many people that I wouldn't have met without it, and I'm like they're like some of my best friends now. So
That's awesome. I see on there too that you had when I was stalking you, because I'm sure everybody that's listening to this podcast that no one stalked your Instagram. I'm sure of it. I'm positive.
I was talking the other day with one of my friends. I was like, I should start like a Chopper Gossip Girl with all the fucking funny DMs that I have.
Can't even imagine.
It's so good.
You know what? If
Man.
you can capitalize about being yourself, and a beautiful woman posing on motorcycles in
Yeah.
a completely male dominated industry.
Well, I think that's like part of the thing too, is that like I just honestly don't care. Like it's never been important to me. Like Instagram's fun, it's cool, it's awesome to get like loving attention, but like if I had to delete it tomorrow, I like wouldn't give a fuck. And it takes up a lot of time that I wish it didn't, but it is like I just don't care. So I post what I want to post. My ass is all over there, like whatever. I'm not like looking for anything except for like what makes me feel good. So I think people like that or like can tell. I don't know. That's the only reasoning that I can see for it. doing what it's done.
And it's funny because people can do exactly what you're doing. Another girl can do it exactly what you're doing, but some people come off on camera so much better than others. It's just natural.
Oh yeah.
Cheers to you, because that's
Oh, well, thank you. It
awesome.
has been that way. The confidence had to be grown.
Sure. Okay, so I want to talk about one thing that I noticed from one picture. It looks like you might have a tattoo.
I have a lot of fucking
I
tattoos.
know. I'm kidding.
But I'm a tattooer, so you can't really have no tattoos. It's like being a skinny cook. Like, who would trust a tattooer with no tattoos?
This is true.
Yeah,
So you're a tattooer?
I am. Yes.
Okay, so we were messaging back and forth, getting ready for the podcast, and so you have your own business. What is your business?
Well, yeah, I have a private studio. And I tattoo 4 days a week, and it's awesome because since I do my own thing and I'm a all like appointment only based type deal, so I'm able to travel a lot for the modeling stuff because I kind of make my own schedule and run my own shit. So I'm super, super fortunate. I started tattooing like right when I bought that little bike. So it kind of all like has come like grown together. Like been tattooing for like 4 years now. And riding for that long and meeting people through, I mean, it's all the same like meshed culture, like tattooing, skateboarding, motorcycles, like it's all kind of intertwined. So it's been really cool. I feel like being a tattooer has like meshed me into that culture a lot more too.
Yeah, and from the way you're talking, it doesn't sound like you work. You're just doing what you love.
Yeah, I fucking love it. It's awesome. I've been drawing and painting my whole life. So the fact that I get to do it to make money is just, I'm so lucky. I mean, I've worked my ass off for sure, but I'm also great.
Right. Well, yeah, it just because things come easy doesn't mean that it's easy. You have to work hard and you have to put the work in. All right. First tattoo you ever got?
First one I ever got.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Pisces fish on my ribs. It's way too big. My mom is an angel, but she was like, if you want to get one, like it has to mean something and it needs to be important. And I was like, Mom, I'm fucking 18 years old. Like nothing means anything to me. I just want to put cool shit on my body. And the Pisces fish was what I could convince her was meaningful. But it's probably the only tattoo that's not really like me. It doesn't fit the whole. Everything else is just a joke. I've got cowboy Jesus on my arm and like a heart that says horny and like all kinds of stupid shit all over me. So the Pisces fish is like a little bit too meaningful, I guess.
And it was your first one. You'd think the first one would be really meaningful, and then the other might be something.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but just it's funny.
That's good. Okay, first tattoo you ever put on somebody?
I was apprenticing at the time, and it was like one of my mentor's friends, and it was I mean, way too big for my first one. It was like this full hand size, like Sailor Jerry group of roses. It was on this dude's pec, and it was full color, like shading, like completely like giant traditional piece. I was like so tired. My arms were shaking. It was like 5 hours of tattooing. And thank God it didn't look horrible, but turns out that the dude had no idea that it was my first tattoo. And my mentor had basically just like told him that it was fine. It was going to be chill. And later on, he was like, yeah, this was good. How long have you been tattooing? And I was like, that was my first one. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, why'd you let her do that on me? But it turned out all right.
And he was happy.
He was happy enough, yeah.
Like happy enough.
Happy enough. A little bit got tricked, but other than that,
there's a lot of things in my life I'm happy enough about.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of funny. Wow. So tattoo. So yeah, because everything really revolves around like the same culture that you get to have fun.
Yeah, it does. Funny because when I first started tattooing, I was apprenticing. I was 18, and I was just this little shy, timid baby that had one tattoo, and just, was just quiet little country girl, and being like pushed into that culture and like basically raised by like old scummy dudes that fucking were ripping bikes all over the place. Like it made me grow up pretty quick. But it taught me a lot, and like taught me all about the bike shit, and like I'm basically like a 60-year-old man on the inside.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not a good ploy for getting modeling jobs.
No,
But when they
my
saw your,
not fit the modeling description for sure.
I'm like a 60-year-old man, a tattooed man.
Like all my like I hang out with old dudes pretty much all day every day, and it's the best, and I fucking love it. Like wouldn't change a thing.
Right. No, that's awesome. That sorry, giggling. So tell me this. So it's cool because you have your own business, so which probably gives you flexibility. So if you get a call to go to LA or go wherever to a bike show or anything, that you have the flexibility to do that.
Yeah, it's super super nice.
Nice. So it's funny when you look at people and say, okay, if you could do anything for a living, what would you be doing? And it sounds like you're doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I never thought like as a kid that I would do tattoos, but I love animals. I was always riding horses and stuff too growing up, and I always thought I would like be a vet or some shit, or like work with the big critters. But yeah, tattooing kind of, I was in college for art history. I was an art history major, and I just like woke up one day and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this degree? Like, am I gonna teach kids? Because I fucking don't want to do that at all. And I dropped out the next day and moved back to Charleston and got the apprenticeship, and just like fucking balls to the wall. Let's go. Let's try it. Let's do it. And I love it. It's definitely a weird career. It's weird. It's not like a job as much as it is like a life. But I definitely get a lot of crap for that too, because a lot of tattooers, like reasonably so, like that's their whole deal. It's their whole life, and like they live, breathe shit tattooing. So I don't do that. I like very much think it's important to like have the separation between work and your life, and like relaxing and like quality personal time, and like I like to do things that aren't work. So I definitely am not like a typical tattooer in that sense, because I don't work all day. I don't work every day. I take a lot of time to just like relax and be at home with my animals, and like make sure I'm going to the farm and like riding still and drawing and painting and having time to like work on the bike and ride the bike and stuff too. So okay. I make sure there's a good balance.
No, it sounds great. And it sounds like you'd enjoy yourself too, which if you have that time to recenter and refocus, you can do it.
I'm not gonna like work my life away. I'm only 24, so I'm not trying to like waste my 20s working all the time.
What I'd do to be 24 again, and a woman.
Say that, but try a day to see how you feel.
I think I'll stick where I'm at, because I'm 27, as everybody probably knows that listens to the show. I'm around in my late 20s. Yes. Yeah. Okay, staying home with your animals. What kind of animals do you have?
Tons of critters. I got a pig. I have a pig that lives in my house with me. She's so cute. Her name's Dolly. She's house trained. She sleeps in bed with me. She's a little bitch, but she's super cute. And then I got 2 dogs, and Rowdy is like a little mutt, and Linus is a pug. But they're the best. I just want to hang out with them all the time. I'm such a nerd.
That's okay. And you sleep in bed with a pig?
I do. Yeah, I sleep in bed with a pig.
That's good. Maybe that'll be the title to the show that I'll put on here.
Yeah, pigs in a blanket.
That's funny. That's really funny. Oh, so yeah. Since you've been doing this, have you gone to any motorcycle shows? I know that you tried to go to Born Free. You tried to go to Mama Tried.
Born Free 2 years ago. And I've been to Congregation a couple times. Tried to go to Mama Tried, but it actually ended up being super cool that it got canceled, because that's how I met all the Dream Company dudes. I like didn't know them at all. This is like why the internet is crazy. Like I didn't know them at all. and they messaged me because I was in Milwaukee, and thank God they did, because it's like AJ and Warner. And when they canceled the show, I was there for like 5 days, and I got there on Thursday. They canceled it that day. And so I rode with AJ and Warner in their van from Milwaukee to Des Moines. And we went to like the Harley Museum, and we went to the International Motorcycle Museum, and just like had the best fucking time. Like saw all this cool shit, did all this fun stuff, like got to see their shop in Des Moines and like shoot on their bikes out there, which I never would have gotten to do at Mama Tried. So it was like a very much like a silver lining situation, because I probably wouldn't have flown out to Des Moines ever, you know.
Probably not.
Cool. And yeah, I try to go. I'm supposed to go to Bike Week in a couple weeks, or I guess like a month.
Yeah.
We're gonna go down to Daytona and do that.
That would
But
be.
yeah, I go to as many events as I can. Last year I had like an event planned every single month. Like I was gonna go to all the campouts, I was gonna do all the shit, and then everything got canceled. So hoping this year is better.
Yes, I was just looking through my travel account, and I have all these credits for every show I was flying to, and it's sad to look at going, oh my gosh, because Born Free was going to be my first Born Free, and
Yeah,
I can't fucking wait for that. It's going to be amazing.
it's wild. It's like an amusement park with motorcycles. It's like really out of control. I was walking around and I was like so overwhelmed, just like, holy shit, there's so many people here. I'm very much like not good with crowds, so
No,
it's like, yeah.
that's fine. What was the show that you mentioned? Because I don't know anything about Congregation. What
The
is that?
it's in Charlotte. Like the Prism guys put that on. Um, it's a super cool show. They've been doing it. I don't know how many years they've been doing it, but I've gone the past couple. They do it in this little warehouse, and it's like they have like a certain amount of builders in there each year, and it's a really really cool
That's awesome.
show.
Yeah. So I know that you said you have your bike, and you said obviously you said you're not a bike builder, you're not a fabricator, but being an artist and having friends that do fabrication and things like that, have you done stuff to your bike?
Yeah, I had this whole plan like for the bike for a long time. I knew what I wanted. I had it all drawn up. It's gaudy as all hell. It's like just got all this Western shit all over it. And of course, like when I drew it out, a lot of people were like, "You're really gonna do that to your fucking bike? Like, that's ridiculous." But
Right.
it turned out super cool, and it's just definitely like me. But thankfully, yeah, I had some friends that helped me, and my friend Cody in Savannah, he did the sissy bar with the horseshoes for me. And he did my kickstand, which looks like a little horse hoof, which I think is so fucking cool. And my handlebars and like my risers and all that. And my friend Sean helps me do like the hardtail kit and like get all like the little basic stuff going. And I have a friend Zach that made the seat for me. And like I've been collecting shit for it for the whole year basically, because we tore it down in February of 2020. And I like was ordering all these parts like all year. Like I got the custom foot pegs, say Honkytonk. I got a gas cap made by Desert Condor, and she did like the big turquoise stone on it with a horseshoe in the middle. And I painted the tanks myself, which was fun. I'd never painted a tank before in my life, so that was interesting. And yeah, there's just all kinds. It's like a trinket bike. There's like a bunch of bullshit all over it, and like little like memorabilias and things people have given me, and like friends. My friend Elena made me a saddlebag, which is like absolutely beautiful. She did like this whole Western cowboy thing on it, and it's so awesome. And the whole thing just goes together really well because it's just like all shit that I like, and it ended up being a theme. It was really cool. I'm so excited about it.
That's awesome, especially when you bring that to a show and somebody you probably have a story about every part on it and why it's there.
I do. It's
It's
super cool. And it rides great, and it's my first hardtail bike, so I'm having a blast with it. And I just feel super fucking tough all the time. So it's super fun.
nice. I feel really really cool right now that I drive a Volvo and I don't have a tattoo.
There you go. Well, there's got to be balance in the world, you know.
That's right. It takes a village to bring everybody together. But when I
Yep.
do get a tattoo, I'll fly down and see you
There you go.
and get a tattoo. I think that'd be
Deal.
wonderful. I need I'll draw it out. I'll draw it out for you in crayon and I'll
You just let me pick something. I'll just let me pick whatever.
probably not.
You get what you get.
Okay. Okay. So I shouldn't come with I need microphones is what I need. Because everything for the last 25 years of my life has been radio and live events, even though I'm 26. So it's been most of my life. I started early. I started really early.
There you go.
So let's say somebody listens to this podcast, somebody listening right now that says, oh my God, we have this brand. We're trying to get this going. We need a model. Are you interested?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of people hit me up with different brands just to like take pictures. They'll send me like shirts and stuff. And to be honest, like I've just now started like charging for that kind of stuff just because there was like so many. And it takes a lot of fucking time to take a picture sometimes. Like there's no light or like you just look like shit one day or whatever. I started charging for certain things, and then other things, like if it's a homie or if I just think the brand is fucking awesome, I'll just be like, hell yeah, I'll take a picture in it and send it to them. As far as like bigger shoots and stuff go, like I kind of just I don't know what the fuck I don't know. I don't know anything about modeling. So if it's like something cool that I'm into that I feel like I'll like get either like recognition for or like just want to be a part of it, like I'm usually super down. Any of bike shit, like it's my fucking community, so
Right.
I like doing it. Bigger brands and stuff, like I'll either like ask somebody, be like, should I charge for this or what do I do for that, you know? But it's been cool and it's been pretty it's really just the moto world right now. I mean, it's just kind of started branching out to like random little other companies will hit me up that don't have to do with motorcycles, but
Sure.
they don't do those because I just don't think it's me or it doesn't fit my vibe. Yes.
Right, and staying true to that's super important. So what I heard you say when you're saying if you're available or not, what I heard you say was it's like $300 to start for one photo is what I thought you said, but I might have heard you wrong.
Yep.
You know,
Sure.
I have some friends.
I'll just let you do it for me. I'll just let you fucking talk to everybody and figure it out from there.
If you'd like Rachel to do a photo shoot for you, just DM me. I'll give you the price. I'm coming out, and I'll work for tattoos.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is what I've needed.
I know. I'll be your agent. And the cool thing is, the fatter I get, the more room I have for tattoos.
Yep. Yeah.
Pandemic has been good to me. That's for sure. You know, it's funny though that someone who does what you do, especially that, and I have friends in the motorcycle world that, you know, after a while, after you build these reputations and people are like, oh, you do for this, and then they send you a t-shirt or whatever. And at some point you have to say, this is my living. This is what I do. I mean, because I look at your stuff and I sincerely think between tattooing and modeling, you could make a really good living doing it and have a friggin' blast.
Yeah, it's hard to like put a price on yourself. Like I always undercharge. I undercharge for tattoos. Like I still struggle with that. I struggle with like charging anybody for the modeling because I just feel like I'm an amateur and I'm like, why would you pay me for that? You know, I'm just sitting here. But I have had a lot of people tell me that like I need to start being better about all that, and I'm working on it. It's just I don't know. It's been a very fast year for that. Like it's all been really really quick. Like I said, like the whole Instagram thing, which is just crazy to me and so stupid sometimes. It's like a nobody turns into a somebody overnight, at least in like one small community.
Right. As long as
yeah, like when I was in Milwaukee, I was in Texas to shoot for Stag, and I was only there for like 24 hours. And we walked into this restaurant and this woman was like, "Oh my God, I know you, like you're Honkytonk Honey." And I was like, like it happens in my hometown because like it makes sense there, but in Dallas, Texas, I was like, oh hell no. Like, what is this? Like, this is so dumb. Why do you know who I am? I don't know. It's been weird.
Right, but it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's flattering in ways, but kind of like, okay.
It's flattering.
Well, I hope that you listen to this podcast back in like a year and you'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe say I was doing it for free. And I said that.
I mean, I have charged for some stuff. But and like the cool thing is like I've gotten to go to a lot of cool places. Like people will like pay for my flights, which is the coolest part. Like I'm like, that's worth it to me because I get a vacation out of it. Like I'd rather be traveling and doing stuff, and like it's just a really foreign concept to me. So I'm struggling with figuring all that out. But yeah, I mean, dude, it's awesome. Like, yeah, I'll come sit on your bike if you fly me somewhere. Like, hell yeah, let's go.
Of course.
It's like great to me.
Even I get to go to places and people buy my plane tickets. And look at me. But it's a really cool thing that you can, because you sound like adventurous, and like if somebody said, hey, I want you to come here and you need to grab this by the horns and take it wherever you want to, that would be wonderful.
I'm trying to balance and make sure I don't, lose my humility throughout all this. It's important to me to not get a big head.
And you know what? And it's fine because it's like one of those, like, it's going to be fine and everything's going to be great. And, as long as you understand it, because right now you're like, you realize that Instagram it blows up.
Yeah.
It's going to be
tomorrow. I could be nothing tomorrow. So I'm definitely not going to like make it my whole life because it's not a real life.
Well, I'm nothing today, honey. So it's fine. It all works out well. It all really works out well. So we got just I love especially a lot of people who listen to the show, like the whole motorcycle culture, the things that comes around from tattoos and bike riding and the freedom to do everything. Your whole persona and your personality seem to like go with the community extremely well.
Yeah, I mean, I can't not be who I am. It's like one of my faults. So it's been cool. Like I said, like I feel like what I am and what I have been is like going well right now. Like people are into it. They haven't been in the past. I mean, I've been made fun of for riding horses and listening to country music for my whole life.
Really?
But trendy now. So I'm fucking pumped about that. But I definitely, yeah, I mean the motorcycle culture, I feel like I found myself finally like meeting all of those people. Like it's such a cool thing to be a part of. Like so you can connect in so many levels, so many random people that you would never know otherwise, like any age too, which I think is awesome. Like old, young, girls, boys, like there's so many people that love to ride, and like that even doesn't really matter what you ride. I mean, like I said, I'm not a builder. I just started riding, and then it just happened with the modeling thing. And I think people for the most part are really awesome and supportive no matter what you do. But then same with tattooing, like it's really competitive. It's really like it can be judgmental. That's my only complaint about this community is like, oh, you don't do it my way, like then you must not be legit. It's like, who gives? Just shut the fuck up and ride your bike and build what you think is cool and like post what you want on the internet. Like who cares? That's why I love old dudes, because they don't fucking care at all. They're real rebels.
You're right. And
slaves.
And there's some wisdom that comes with age as well.
Yes, exactly.
Probably. And the cool thing about that, the part of the motorcycle community that I really like are people that are like, oh, you don't ride a Harley or you don't ride this. Like,
right.
Do you have to have a certain thing to be cool? Really?
Exactly. And I think it's funny as fuck. Like the jokes, I mean, everyone's an asshole, right? So like you should always joke and like be like, oh damn, like you ride this, like that's funny, that's lame. Like that's makes you tougher. And like people, I wouldn't be who I am if people hadn't done that shit to me forever. But yeah, I think especially with Instagram, with the whole chopular thing, like it's like, dude, it's fucking Instagram. Like who cares? And I know I sound cliche saying that because like obviously I'm on Instagram all the time. But I don't know, I feel like as far as that stuff goes, like just be supportive and like be real. Like I think a lot of people have gotten into the bike thing because it's cool and it looks cool and they can post a picture with their bike and like hashtag biker chick or whatever the fuck. Like just shut up and sit down and like ride your bike if you want to, and if you don't, like nobody cares, you know. Just I don't know, there's a lot of fake asses out there that bother me, but whatever.
That is the truth. And I've been accepted by the motorcycle community well, people talking behind my back aren't probably listening right now, but I don't ride.
Exactly, definitely listening.
Yeah, no, or they're listening and go, God, I hate him. What is he gonna say now?
God, I've got a haters club you would not believe.
Women or men?
Oh, women for sure.
I'm sure. Well, there's a word for that. Well, I call it jealousy.
Well, if you don't have haters, you're not doing it right. That's what I've been told. And there's a line out the door. So
For sure. Like I said, that's there's a line that wraps around the block, and there's a $5 fucking cover charge.
Whatever.
Do your haters write to you?
No, well, no, not. They're mostly, I mean, fuck, they're irrelevant, but it's just funny. It's all just people that I just call out on their bullshit and like, I don't care, you know, or like people that just like the overnight, you know, you go from one thing to a complete 180 your personality every couple weeks, like based on what's trending on the internet. Like that shit pisses me off. So I'm not scared to say it. That's got me some hate for sure. But
No, as you shouldn't be. I mean, it sounds like you're doing it, and organically, think good things happen. You're not doing it
yourself. Like it shouldn't be a full-time job to like have a persona on the internet. Like it should just be what you are and what you're doing.
exactly. So, all right. So one thing because of your genuinely nice, just your persona, the way you do things, I would just hate people you go take photos with people and then have them capitalize like off of your image, maybe for their own gain.
Right. It definitely happens. And like, I know it's happening. Like, I'm not oblivious to it. But again, like I said earlier, like I don't consider myself a model. I don't like, that's not like my job. And everything that I've done and all of the jobs that I've taken with modeling have been for fun and have been for like me, like meeting people, gaining experiences, and like just generally like being part of the community. So I don't really take it personally because like I knew that it wasn't going to be like a job opportunity, and I'll see people making a ton of money off of stuff that it's just selling my face. You know what I mean? Like it's straight up, that's what's happening. Sure. But like I don't care because it's like whatever. I am fine. I make my own living, and like I'm not like, damn, I could have had this much money. Like that. I'm not the kind of person that actually kind of like bothers me. I know it's probably stupid, and I probably should care, and I should like be more proactive about like marketing my face or whatever the fuck.
Sure. Well, what do they call themselves? Influencers?
Oh God, I can't.
Hey, I mean, like, or I like a brand ambassador. Like if you were just to ride around and say, even as parts for your bike or doing this to get some monetary thing to go around and promote them.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff because like stuff that I do use every day, like I want to promote anyway. But it's just I haven't really got to that point where I'm like, oh, I can promote things. Like to me in my head, I'm like, people don't care what I'm saying. People don't care what I'm doing. Like, why does it matter what I do or use?
Well, okay, but guess what? I called you to be on here to get to know you, and I wanted people to say, I liked your style. I'm into the country thing, so I was kind of like, yeah, okay. So I was a little biased there, but hopefully somebody's listening to this knows that I want them to know like the person behind the photographs, right, that you could be the ambassador for them.
For sure. And I do like appreciate all that. And like, I think I struggle with becoming like that. Like I want to be a real person and like stay real to myself. And like the Instagram thing, it does affect my real life and my real life relationships because of whether it be like jealousy or just people thinking that I'm fake or like phony or like a try hard or whatever the fuck people say. Like, it does affect my real life in ways that I wouldn't have issues if I didn't have this quote unquote platform. So I'm like, okay, when do I draw the line and like not become that influencer shit? Because that's never been like my goal or what I want, and I don't want people to see me that way. So I feel like I've said no to a lot of money making opportunities because I don't want to come off as that type of persona on the internet. Like, I still want it to be like it's my personal page. Like, it is just shit that I like and shit that I'm doing and like pictures that I think are cool of myself. Like, I haven't made the shift to being like, okay, this is a money making thing for me now, and I don't want to look like one of those girls on the internet. You know what I mean?
So funny you say that, as right now, since we've been talking, you just got 19 more followers since we said the last sentence.
I know, it's so fucking dumb. I don't understand what people want to look at my or I don't get it.
Hey, maybe they just want to see a beautiful woman next to a beautiful machine as they're scrolling down, and that makes them happy for the day. So that's good.
It is cool. I get a lot of really fucking nice messages about people just saying that I make them happy, which is like the best feeling. Like, it's like I get like not even like creepy love messages, just like actual like sorry, my dogs, sorry.
They want to say hi.
Actual like people being like, I genuinely like think you're fucking cool and like you inspire me to do this, and like I look forward to your posts every day, and I'm like, I'm blown away by that. That is so awesome and unbelievable to me. But yeah, that's sick. Like, I love to make people happy every day. Like, I'll post a picture of my ass every day if it makes y'all fucking smile, whatever. But I'm not like, I don't know, it's not like my goal to like be famous at all. That's not what I'm doing,
And I think what we've been hearing the whole time is you're just being yourself. You're doing your thing. And if people like it, that's great.
Yeah.
And the whole Instagram thing, I always look at like the ratios of like how many posts you make and how many followers you have. You're getting close to 30,000 followers and you've made less than 400 posts. That's crazy. And like you said, just recently, it just blew up.
Yeah. It blew up, like, and I don't really know how, but
well, and I saw too that you have some collaborations with some other girls doing like shoots and things like that. So have you worked with other women to do shoots?
Yeah, I mean, all my friends are gorgeous. Like, I don't know how it happened. Like, all my best friends are fucking 10 out of 10 smoke shows, I swear to God. And like, we just take pictures and like have a good time, and like, we'll do what we want, and we're all like confident women and who fucking build each other up and like make each other feel good, and then it ends up looking professional just because like they're so beautiful, you know what I mean? And all the photographers that I've worked with have been so cool. Like, it's just fun. It's a good time. And like, I mean, honestly, most of the pictures on my page are self-timer that shit. Like, it's like I'm in my backyard with my phone on a trash can or something. Like, that's the behind the scenes.
Don't take the mystery away. Don't take the mystery away.
And yeah, I have had some like really professional photographers like that I've gotten to work with, which is awesome. But it's all for fun. It's all a good time.
I think that I would really like your help with promoting this podcast. I want you to take if you have a picture with your pig, and you could say, "Here's me and Dave, and please listen to the podcast."
Oh, I definitely, yeah.
And people are like, "Hey, they agree. Dogs agree. It's good."
Rowdy. Shouldn't have named him Rowdy. It was a terrible idea because he's really living up to it.
So Rowdy. What's the pig's name again?
Dolly.
Dolly. Like Dolly as in
like our Lord and Savior Dolly Parton, yes.
Yes. I've prayed to her very many times.
Oh yeah. Every day.
Okay, when you were talking about having like the Instagram and all that can cause issues like with friends or anything, so you in your dating life,
oh God,
I it would be weird. Let's say you and I are dating, you're laying there, like you keep just getting messages. At some point, it's got to get really fucking annoying to the dude going, really?
Yeah.
Really?
So I had I honestly it hasn't it's I was single basically this whole past year for the most part, and like there wasn't really also before the shit got crazy, you know, before the Instagram blew up, like I never had like none of my boyfriends ever really been jealous because I don't date fucking weirdos that would be jealous, you know? Like you met me, you know me. I always have a hoochie ass outfit on. I'm always doing fucking dumb shit. So like you wouldn't date me if you were gonna be a jealous person, you know?
And that's why you liked me. So why do I need to change now?
100%. But it definitely does affect like now it's getting more it's not personal. Like none of the people that I'm getting messages from or like really weird messages, at least like I don't know them in real life, so it's not like I'm like DMing random ass students all over the world all the time or whatever. So it's like at this point, like I don't even appear like a real person to half these people, you know. I'm so far removed from them and like their world that like they can comment whatever they want on my pictures and like they don't think that I'm actually reading it or that it's actually me, like a human being looking at it, you know. They're just like, dang, a hot girl, like let me comment a bunch of fucking eggplant and spit emojis, you know what I mean? But yeah, as far as like the people in my real life, like all my friends are cool as shit, and like all the guys that I hang out with are usually super cool and nice and like they're supportive. It's more like I've had issues with female friends like who like will just, I feel, I don't know, and I could be speculating, but I feel like sometimes it's like because of what is going on the internet, it causes like animosities that wouldn't be there otherwise. And I don't know why that is or how to fix that, but I mean girls are weird and so hard to understand, so I have no idea, but
Preach, baby, preach.
yeah, yeah, I will never understand. Men are pretty easy for the most part, but I never experienced anything like this with women before I had a platform. Fucking platform.
Florida influencer.
I hate myself talking right now. Ugh. You know.
Oh my God, that's too funny. Well, now people, if they listen to this, then they're gonna know you're a real person, and now they're gonna be like, the appeal will be like, oh my God, she's gorgeous and she's down to earth. Now I'm totally DMing.
Yeah, so send me all the DMs. I'm gonna make a toilet book and I'm gonna fucking screenshot all the DMs. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
All on in like a little toilet book and just funny shit that people say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's hilarious. I mean, it makes my day. Every day it's like some random message.
We don't need to egg people on.
No. Please don't message me weird shit. Send me funny stuff, cute stuff.
And funny stuff is welcome. Weird shit, stay away.
People will send me like the coolest stuff too. Like random people will be like, I mean, this dude sent me a picture of his girlfriend's tits one time. I was like, hell yeah, y'all, like you're killing it. Like he's like, we love you, we think you're sick. And I was like, okay, awesome. And then like there was a dude that said like, it was at a bar and there was like a picture of a cowgirl pin up like on the wall. And he just sent me that. He was like, this made me think of you. And I was like, that's so cool. Like random people see a cowgirl on the wall and they think of me.
Hey, so something's working out all right then.
Yep.
That's for sure. All right. So what would you think? And I hate this question too. Like a couple years down the road, where do you want to see yourself? I know you're happy tattooing. Is there something you really, really want to do? I know you're really young. You're still young, so you have a lot ahead of you.
Well, my 5-year goal, I don't have a 2-year goal, but I have a 5-year goal, and I want to buy a piece of land. I want to have a farm. I really want to be away from most humans and like have like 5 acres and just like have my horse and like my dogs and my pig and like probably a couple cows and just be out there. And I want to do like a private studio out on the farm, like come get tattooed and like pet my critters and I don't know, just like have a weird little compound out there, and then I can travel and like see people with traveling and stuff. But
That's awesome.
for my day-to-day, I'm very introverted and I want to be like out in the country somewhere. Those are my goals.
That's great. Now, have you lived in the same town your whole life?
No, I've actually moved a lot, but it's all like in the southeast. This is like my 50 something house that I've lived in. Like I've moved a lot, but I grew up.
Wait, 50?
50. Yeah, I think this is my 52nd house. Dogs.
Hi, Linus.
Snorts are really bad, so
yeah. Aren't those are stinky dogs too, aren't they?
It's kind of stinky. He's a little stinky bug.
That's all right. It's good for everything.
Back up.
All right, so let's do this because we're usually all our podcasts are around an hour. It's been really fun talking to you because real people.
No, it's crazy what not being a fake bitch will do, huh?
It's amazing. Don't change. You said you're not going to change. Don't make me play this back and like send it to you in a year.
If I do, someone come fucking slap me.
Right? At your tattoo farm.
Yeah, at my tattoo farm.
Yeah.
Maybe on down Cat Shack Ranch or whatever.
Yeah, that would be fun to name too. Really fun to name. Okay, so I want to do this. So you have some friends in the motorcycle business, obviously, and you look through our podcast and you listen to a couple things. Is there someone that you really think deserves some recognition that you would like me to interview to say, this fucking dude or this chick is badass? I want to hear him.
There's so many people.
All right, so give me, and anybody that she doesn't name, don't give her shit. Whatever. Give me 3
friends. Well, okay, I'm gonna start with like people that like I talk to about bikes the most in like my day to day. Because if I don't do that, then there's just like the list is never ending. But I talked to, Scott with Chemical Candy. Like he has been so cool to me. Like we always make the jokes that like he discovered me because like he like was the first person ever to like ask me to model shirts, and like he's been sending me shirts for years, and like he got me that hookup with Stag, and like he's awesome and he's super knowledgeable. And whenever I was painting my tank, of course I like was calling him and being like, Scott, like I don't know how to do this, or like what materials do I use, and he's just super supportive and like always super chill and down to earth and not like an asshole, which is sometimes few and far between. So he's great. I obviously like, I don't know, there's so many people. Like in my hometown, like one of my best friends, her name's Courtney, her Instagram is Buttweiser. She's just basically just like me. We're the same. She fucking rips. She's been riding her bike for years, and like she's got this badass little build that she did, and her husband Andrew, his is the Beard Power, I think is his Instagram name. He like just so creative, and like they do a lot with like Jap bikes, which again the fucking popular people were like, oh, that's not a Harley, whatever, but they're so good and they do all kinds of cool shit, and like they're just so down to earth. So they're really cool to talk to. I talk to them almost every day about the stuff that I'm doing. Man, let's see. I feel like everyone I know is a cool moto person.
That's a good thing, though. That's a really good thing. For somebody who's got like a crazy story, or somebody that's got like super personality, or even like, oh God, I'd like to hear him on there because I don't know what the fuck he's gonna say.
Personality. Damn. My friends, so like would probably be an interesting story, if anything. My friends, Horsey or Clayton and my friend Jake, they put on a Southern Fried Chopper show like a few years back or a while back, and I don't remember the whole drama about it, but like the show was fucking killer, and they did all this cool stuff, and there's no bike scene in Charleston at the time. So like the fact that they pulled it off was crazy. but they got a bunch of shit for it, and I don't remember why. Like, it was like somebody being like talking shit about that,
Sure.
and I always thought that was an interesting story because like it's a town where like there's not really much bike stuff going on. So people that do it are like so fucking judgy about it, and like so like, oh, you didn't do it this way, or like you should have done this or whatever. But we're trying to do another Southern Fried show, or maybe like potentially like in the summer or later on in the year, like fall time, and like do it big and like fucking have a bunch of people come like down to Charleston and um just get like a big group together and like bring the scene down south a little bit more, because like there's not really much. I mean, there's Congregation in North Carolina, and then there's like the Florida stuff, but there's nothing in South Carolina really. So we're trying to bring everybody out here.
Interesting. I'm surprised that there's nothing out there.
It's growing for sure. Like in the past few years, it's gotten a lot bigger. So it's cool. There's like people to ride with now, whereas before it was kind of like you struggled to like find somebody to like cruise with. But yeah, I think it would be cool because it's beautiful here. Like the low country is sick. Like we got all the swamp lands and everyone can come camp out. And I think we're gonna try to plan like a big camp out thing and have everybody ride down and just big ass party.
Nice. That sounds wonderful. It's hey, anytime anybody can do something new and invite people to get, because I tell you what, once this pandemic, like everything settled down, people are gonna go bat
Oh yeah.
friggin' crazy, and they're gonna want to gather and party and have fun.
No. All the camp outs like got canceled. Well, I guess they had a couple of them. Like I was supposed to go to Smoky Mountain, didn't get to go to Grundle because of work, and there's all the things that we didn't get to do. I was so bummed, but I'm hoping this is better.
Nice. Well, hopefully this year I get to see it. Mama tried, Born Free.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully everything will still be on.
I hope.
And I hope they're still done at the caliber that, like, I don't want to go to Born Free and have it be like half of what it used to be. I want to go and like really.
I feel like I went 2019, so I went to the last one before everything closed down, but it was a madhouse for sure. It would be a fucking COVID fest if it was that big now, you know.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, I had Mike Davis from Born Free on the show, and he was telling me about 19, and woof, the stories that he said.
Yeah. I was just a little timid. I was like fangirling. I saw Meredith Devine and I was like, oh my God, like she's a real person. I was like just fangirling constantly the whole time. And before I turned, I saw somebody that I knew from the internet and I was just like, holy shit, that's so and so, that's so and so. Like it was so funny. There were so many people there.
Nice. Well, you got to be careful because now you make sure to have a bodyguard or two with you now that you're getting through that.
Oh, that'd be funny. I'm just gonna like ride a 4-wheeler everywhere I go and just be like, catch me if you can, bitches.
You're too funny. Well, hey, anybody listening, make sure if you're not following, I'm sure if you listen to this, sparked your interest because you don't know who the hell she is, or you're like a fanboy or a fangirl. But if you're not, make sure to follow Honkytonk Honey. Rachel, it's been a pleasure to have you
Yes.
on the show tonight.
My first podcast experience. It's been awesome.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so I can't wait to see the feedback. You got to let me know feedback you get. So
I will.
yeah, and if I could ask you to do me a favor, that when I make the post, if you don't mind reposting it, I'd love to see how many people we can get.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see if you can beat everybody else. It'll be very interesting. Well, hon, I appreciate everything. Make sure and send me the people we talked about in the show so we can make sure that they know that you mentioned them on here. Yeah, and we'll just share the love. And when I get the balls enough, I'm calling you. I'm coming down. I want like a double. We need to figure out like a double microphone or something that means something to me, and I'll come down and
we'll get it in the works.
Yeah. Can I have your pig on my lap while you do it?
Oh hell no. She's a big girl.
Okay. You don't know anything about my dating life. It might just be like natural for me.
That's for damn sure, but yeah, you can try.
That's too funny. Well, thank you so much, hon, and I hope you have a great night, and I wish you the best and everything, and hopefully hey, Hey, you never know what happens. I think your attitude is going to take you a lot of really great places that you may not even know right now.
Thank you. I hope so.
Never know.
Keep moving forward.
Right. Keep your feet on the ground.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.